Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. I'm here with another sketchbook tour, and honestly, the sketchbook I started so long ago, I don't even remember what most of it is. But I refound it about 3 or 4 months ago, and I stuck it in my art cart, and I decided I was just going to work in this until it was done. This is an Arteza sketchbook. Arteza sketchbooks are famous for their sizing going bad after about a year or two. And that's what happened with this. But I decided I was going to not worry about it and use it anyway. So here we have, usually the first couple of pages of a sketchbook are just me kind of getting used to the paper, which is what I was doing here. I just have kind of a very loose little floral arrangement there with watercolor. I think I might have been using the Arteza Watercolors, pan watercolors on this. I don't really recommend them, but you know, I always do a couple little paintings before I do a review. I don't know if this was the Arteza ones. I think it probably was. And with this book, I decided, in the most part, not to use the facing pages because the paper is kind of thin. I think this might have been with the Arteza gouache or jelly gouache. I don't know, 2019. I can't remember what I used back then. And I have, some of these might have videos, but I don't know. I'm not sure. This was just playing around, learning how to play around with a triangle brush. This was done with the Arteza watercolors, just a little bunny for Easter time. So I started this early 2019. Just some loose leaves, crocuses, those again with the Arteza pan watercolors. Oh, playing with some Meeden tubes here, also playing with my triangle brush, I think. I have kind of returned back to the easy, loose, flowy rose a lot over the years because I found that I really like that for testing the quality of paint, seeing how they flow, seeing how they feel to work with. So you see that a lot in my sketchbooks as I'm like trying out different paints. Oh, this one, I was out kayaking and painting on Fields Pond. I was kind of, I don't know, 2019 was a really hard year for me. I was very stressed out. I find looking back at a lot of work I created in 2019 to be not very good, or maybe I'm just bringing myself back to that time. These were done at Fields Pond on my kayak. Some more loose test the watercolor paint roses. Sometimes I test paint with birch trees too. Those, I think that was the Paul Rubens pearlescent, or not pearlescent, phosphorescent paints, because I can still see it's got that little bit of glitter. I think that's what it was on that. Just some random fish and flowers. I don't know what I was doing there. I think I was testing out those phosphorescent paints though, because I can see that little bit of shimmer to them. Those were nice paints. I like them. Oh, and I used them in these two. These are some World Watercolor ones from 2021. That was either Not or Frayed. I'm not sure, but you could see the sparkle. And then this is a perfume bottle that we had. I'm pretty sure we had that bottle and it wasn't from a photo. My son's graduation tassel, also with the pearlescent paints. We're up to 2021 now. Probably lost the book and then found it again. Oh, you know what? I think I had these phosphorescent paints. I left these upstairs on my fun art desk, so I did a lot of these, a lot of my World Watercolor. I would use whatever's up there for the most part, take my paint out on the deck and paint, and I really like that. I should get that paint out again. That was really a fun paint. I don't think you can get it anymore. Sometimes if you can't get a paint anymore, I hasten to use it too often because I don't want to use it up. And also if people see you use it in a video, then they want to know what it is, and if they can't get it, they can get a little upset. But I think the prompt was wing, and I just painted a little wing nut. I thought it would be fun to really go detailed with small things, and also less overwhelming. Like this was zip, I think, or zipper or zip or something, and so I did pen and ink and just painted a zipper from my sewing stash. This was done with those, you know, the fan type of palettes. They're made by Superior, but a bunch of different companies private label them. I was sitting out back. I painted some sushi with the fan palettes, which are actually pretty good paint, honestly. Oh, here I swatched out the Rosa set of 12. I'm not sure if you can still get that on Amazon, but it was such a steal. It was like $15 for 12 full pans. And then they had the set of 24, which was, I think it was like $26 or $24 for 24 full pans. Anyway, they're a really nice value. I actually just ordered some open stock Rosa tubes and pans from Etsy. They'll be getting here. They're coming from Poland. They'll be getting here, or Ukraine. I think they're coming from Ukraine. Art for Ukraine, I think, is the company I bought it from. They'll be coming here in the next couple of weeks. But I got some colors that you typically don't see in the sets to fill out the different sets that I have. I think Rose is a great bang for your buck. If you're looking to get a professional quality paint at a student quality price, they're a great option. They might be a little bit more opaque with some colors, but not bad. I mean, you can see that ultramarine blue is a little opaque, but I think it's a good bang for your buck for sure. And then these colors, I bought them, I think it was called the Modern set. After buying the set of 12, I bought the Modern set, and then I swatched out the colors that were unique, that was like a set of 21. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 16. Yeah. So I swatched out the colors that weren't in the 12 set, so I could just see what I had for Rosa colors. And they're really pretty, really nice colors. And these were done with those Rosa paints. A little still life I made with some stuff I had. A little still life I made with my nail filing tool. So I had a little nail file, little emery board, a little glass nail file too. I like how that came out. I thought it was nice and realistic. Again, phosphorescent paints. You can see them kind of glitter there. This was a picture of my daughter Maisie. Her hair was in braids, and I did a painting of that. I thought that came out pretty cute. I like the movement. I feel like it really looks like her. I bought these crayons at Joann's, and they looked like China markers. You would peel them back. I don't know why I bought them. I think I just wanted something new. I wanted a treat, so I bought those and swatched them and did very little else with them, sadly. But they're in my colored pencil. Actually, you know what? They're right here. They're in my colored pencil display. This is what they look like. They're just, they're nice, thick, opaque crayon. Actually, they're kind of similar to a Neocolor one. I should use them with those because they honestly, yeah, they're pretty darn close to a Neocolor one, to be honest. But yeah, they're neat. They're called project crayons. I think they're meant for like poster boards and stuff, probably because they're a little more pigmented than your regular crayons. And this was a still life I had made. Sometimes I'll do a charcuterie for dinner, and I'll do like a bunch of veggies and pretzels and hummus, and I had a glass of wine that night. And the cap is there because I buy the single serve bottles because I'm the only one that would drink wine. And so rather than have a bottle of wine go stale because I don't want to drink it every day, I would have one on the weekends or something. I just would get the little single bottles of it. And yeah, just some testing out of paints, it looks like there. That was testing out the Artix colored pencils. I really like those colored pencils as far as a budget colored pencil, and I just sketched this little tube of paint because I wanted something to sketch. And tube of paint from memory. Not too bad from memory. These were the Deli set of 36 for $7. Oh, you know what? These are crayons. Oh yes, I got into this crayon phase. That's probably why I bought the project crayons, because I was looking for things that could be similar to the Neocolor ones, but expand the color palette, maybe be as good. I'm always looking for like products that work as good as expensive brands, but for less, so that way people can have art be more accessible to them and know what's available out there. So I was just swatching those out. Oh, and then I was swatching out, these are the Neocolor ones, the Jane Davenport Power Pastels, which are kind of like a cross between a crayon and an oil pastel. They're also similar to the Niji, the new Niji pastels, or Niji art crayons, I think they're called. And there I was comparing the Bic, that's probably the Niji, maybe. I remember what the Deli, Crayola, those might have been the Twistables, the Jane Davenports. Oh no, those were probably Neocolor ones, not the Niji. I probably didn't have the Niji at this point, but yeah, I was just kind of seeing how they differed and how they were similar. I think I did a video on that actually. These are just some cocktails that I painted with Supervision watercolors. I think the sizing was starting to go here because you can see how chalky those kind of look. And so this is where this was probably last summer or a couple summers ago. I don't even remember. But then I rediscovered it this spring when I made my art cart. And because of the issues with the sizing, I used a lot of gouache. I used acrylic marker. I used regular marker, watercolor crayons. Like I was using the Lyra watercolor crayons. So, you know, you can use those papers. If you get a sketchbook where the sizing's going bad, just use different medias. Use things like gouache and watercolor crayons, that sort of thing. They'll work great. Fountain pen, that sort of thing. I think I sketched with a fountain pen, a colored fountain pen. and then added gouache and the watercolor crayons and whatnot. Same thing. This was, I think, mostly acrylic marker there. This was the Lyra watercolor crayons. That was a food paint challenge project. Oh, and this paper is the Arteza paper. It's textured on one side, and the other side has, like, not only does it not have texture, but it also has some flaws, so I didn't do anything on those two because that was the wrong side. Then I did a 2-page spread here because it was both the right side, and that was for the World Watercolor Month prompt of hat. Just quick sketches with pen, and then added some, actually quick sketches with a taupe colored pencil, then added some pen, then added some watercolor, and then just called it good because I was just trying to get better at sketching people and sketching quicker. For these the birds and the squirrels, I put on one of those YouTube videos. If you just YouTube search TV for dogs or TV for cats, you'll get all these nature videos coming up where, like, somebody set a game camera up at a bird feeder, or an area where they've put nuts and seeds and stuff down for wildlife in the woods, and then you'll see, like, all sorts of different wildlife. So sketching from those videos I find to be very helpful. That was World Watercolor Month prompt Rumble, and this was Cavern. And I pretty much just had watercolor, maybe a little bit of gouache or a little bit of pen, so I wasn't worried about them rubbing. But because you have wrong side and right side of these papers, I wanted to work on the right side. This is the wrong side of the papers, so I just did some sketches from the TV for dogs again. And this was the prompt Stretch, and you can see where the sizing's gone bad. I wanted to do it in watercolor. It soaks, the paint soaks into the paper so quickly. The bonus is you can go right over it immediately, so that's what I was doing. Just did a bunch of different people stretching or doing yoga or whatnot, and just layered them up in silhouette. Just, again, people practice. This was just from, there was an aquarium YouTube video I found, so I was just sketching a jellyfish from the aquarium video. This was my cat napping on the couch next to me, so I just sketched him really quick. I just wanted to fill up the pages, honestly. That was just a food truck scene, and the paint dried so fast, and I just kind of had to go with the messiness of it, but I like how it came out, honestly. And this one here, I love how this came out. I had to pre-wet this area and very quickly dab in paint to get any sort of blending there, but this was, Howl, I think, was the prompt for that. So I did a kid, like, howling on his birthday. Obviously had an overstimulated birthday party picture, and that was the wrong side there. So, and I could see dents from where I drew the bubbles, so I decided not to work on there. But there you have it, another sketchbook in the books. I'm going to go put that on my sketchbook pile. I really should find something better to do with all my used sketchbooks, all my finished sketchbooks, but they sit on a pile in the room of hoard right now. But anyway, let me know what your favorite sketch was from this book. As you can see, they're not all beautiful pages. You have the good, bad, and the ugly, and that's what makes a sketchbook. So don't feel like you have to have every page Instagram worthy. Just use your pages. There's so many. A sketchbook takes so long to fill up, as you can see. So just enjoy it. Don't worry about perfection, and just get that practice in. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.